Today's lesson is going to be on habitability with heat. In Colorado, especially, we have cold winters, and it is a habitability issue if no heat is available in one of the units that we maintain and rent out. Now, the owner in the owner agreement does have we do have a limit in there saying that within reason, if anything over $500 is needed to fix an issue, we will get authorization from the owner. If we cannot get a hold of the owner, or we deem that it is a necessary issue that has to has to be done, well, that will take precedence, and we will get that done for the tenants. Even though we have a fiduciary responsibility to the owner, we do have a responsibility with habitability with the tenants as well in the state of Colorado. So when this does happen, the tenant will generally either call or create a work order online in their portal. Maintenance will get back to them. You will see the correspondence if they do put a work order in. At that point, I would like you to always pay attention to what's going on, and as soon as you see that message from the tenants, it would be the best practice to just follow up with the tenants to see how they're doing. Now, you don't want to get too involved in between, because with the issue, but just pay attention to it. Because if maintenance is trying to figure something out, then you don't want to muddy up the water, if you will, and start promising other things. You're just letting the tenant know that you're there, you're paying attention, and it's up to them to stay warm during the time that we're working on this issue. So if they need space heaters, tell them to go ahead and buy them, borrow them. If they do buy them, tell them to keep the receipts, and then you will present that to the owners, and then the owners can figure out what they want to do from there. Now, if the tenants want to buy some, and then if they don't need them and they want to return them, that's even better. If we can get that, but let them know that you're doing everything possible that you can as fast as you can, but it also may determine, it's determinant upon how fast we can get a hold of vendors. Now, I have a policy and procedure set in place with my maintenance department in reference to habitability issues, and that is get it done no matter what. Now, if it's a big cost, then yes, reach out to the owner, but don't let that vendor leave the property if it needs to be fixed and they have what it takes to have it done. This is not the time to get estimates. This is the time to make sure that we don't have to charge the owner for hotel fees if the tenants decide to go that route, because that is something that the owners will be responsible for if they, if the heat's not working properly. So our $300 rule with the maintenance department to get authorization, anything over $300 to the owners is always a good rule of thumb. In the owner agreement, I have it set up to $500, but I would rather the owner be involved as much as they possibly can in any capital expenditures, so I don't have to have that conversation with them, or have to reimburse them because they felt that that was not necessary. So I do everything I can on a day-to-day basis, but when it comes to habitability, this is very important. So do stay involved with the tenant. Um, if the if the heat is a main heating system for a condo building, which we only have one of those right now on Emerson Street, the homeowner association takes care of the heat. However, there are radiators in each unit. They may need to be bled. If we have to get, I usually just have the maintenance talk to the homeowner association, get a full report on what's going on, and you keep in the loop at all times during this. You don't have to be awake for the phone call. That's what the maintenance department's for. But when you do see this, definitely don't neglect the issue. Just having a conversation with the tenant it means a lot to the tenant, that you do care and you are on it. But your maintenance department is who's handling this with the owner, with the vendors. The maintenance department is also in charge of getting it done that day. That's how, if they have to call 10 different vendors to get out there that day, that's fine. But it needs to happen right away. So, with that said, I think that pretty well covers it. If you do have any type of issues or questions, you can reference the owner's agreement. It's in the owner agreement, page 4, paragraph. I believe it's section C. There is all the requirements allowing us to do what it takes to get it done. So, other than that, let's make sure that people always have heat and good habitability. That is the key for us to do in the state of Colorado, especially. Thank you. Have a great day.